Welcome everybody to my Graveyard Sultai synergy deck, a deck that I definitely recommend to try out and to play, because this is something I think not many people know from Standard, especially if you are new to the game. There is a lot of powerful decks that have a Graveyard synergy, but Sultai here in this situation is also a very powerful deck, but also a very interactive and very fun deck to play. And you see maybe everything in this deck except our Tyvar. 4 copies of Tyvar is a creature, and of course we are suffering because of interaction, but this is why I added some channel abilities, not only our channel lands but also our Mirrorshell Crab. Let's put him here, and our Colossal Skyturtle. They both have amazing channel possibilities, amazing channel synergies. And for one, the crab says it's obviously 7 mana, 5/7 crab, but if it goes to the graveyard, it's just a creature. But it has also a channel for 3. It says be discarded, then it goes to the graveyard, and we can counter target spell or ability unless the controller pays 3. So if there is some abilities that can maybe kill you or can be really annoying with this Maskwood Knight dude that always come back, you can counter this ability so he cannot come back. You cannot play him the next turn because it's countered. But usually we counter our opponent's sweepers because we will build up a big board really cheap, and then we're gonna go in. And to go in, of course, Skyturtle can help us really much, because for 2 mana, for 1 and a blue, it says return target creature to its owner's hand. So we can return our own creatures or we can return our opponent creatures. But Skyturtle can also do for 3 mana, return a card from a return a target card from our graveyard to our hand. So we can return our Tyvar to our hand, we can return our creatures to our hand, or some lands if we need to, for example, to close out the game with our Restless Cottage. We run 4 copies of, because one of the best man lands in the current situation, the current standard, in the current meta. Yeah, the rest I think very self-explanatory. I want to say that the Likeness Looter is our finisher, god finisher, because it's a 2 mana 1/1 flying that says tap, draw a card, discard a card. Powerful, yes, because we discard creatures, make our other creatures bigger, like our Lhurgoyf, our where are you? Our new edition Cruel Somnophage, 2 mana star that has power and toughness equal to amount of creatures in our graveyard, so you can imagine how big it can get. But the synergy with Looter is of course very powerful. If we can pay X and Looter becomes a copy of a target creature card in our graveyard. What does it mean? It means it will be suddenly a 13/13 flyer. I had it even bigger. With Lhurgoyf, for example, he will become really big, and our Somnophage will also make him really huge. In the air is always really difficult to block. This is why the Looter is our secret finisher, but you will see it in the gameplay. And our Necromass, 7 mana 5/5 with Death Touch, says it costs 1 less for each creature in our graveyard. Usually we cast it turn 4 like for 1 mana, right? 1 black mana, because we have so much, everything is in our graveyard, or in our deck is a creature. We have Faerie Surveil. We put things in the graveyard, plus we can jump block it with it if we need to survive, and out of the graveyard it can draw us cards, so also really powerful, just in case we need something. Here this is our 1 mana drop. Then we have of course our Taxi Driver payoff, adds mana of any color. In Sultai we have a difficulty with mana base, this is why we also run 24 lands here to... Didn't I run 27? I thought I ran 27 lands, I'm sorry. But then it's 24. Usually I run more lands here. I don't remember. Maybe I cut some lands and then I replaced them with Channeler, because I had a Channeler really late. Channeler doesn't have a particular synergy, but it's again something that can help us to go through, because it can bounce a creature from our opponent. Not only creature, return target non-land permanent to its owner hand, so we can return from our opponent something that maybe prevents us to close out the game. But if he is never that card, it's a 3 mana 2/1 body that can create another body that can draw us a card or can bounce something to our hand or to opponent's hand. So never that. I don't know why people don't play him more, maybe because it's a 3 mana 2/1 and not a little bit stronger, but at the end, even if it's more for aggression, it's a 3 mana 3/2 power and toughness on 2 different bodies, right? So we have a 1/1 bird and a 2/1 on the floor. So I don't know, maybe this creature will see more play. I liked it in this build. It synergizes really well, not only to bounce something to our opponent, but also maybe to rebound something on turn 3. We can, for example, bounce our own Lhurgoyf back. Turn 4 we can play him again, make everything bigger again, because we kick him and mill a lot of cards, a lot of creatures into our graveyard. So far so good for this intro. I hope you will enjoy the gameplay part, and let's go straight there. And here we are, going first against Epasto, and what a weird day it was in the arena, I'm telling you. This is something I rarely encountered. Interesting hand to keep, but what you gonna do, right? Everything is captured. We go with a blue source, but we don't need right now so much, so let's go here. First game, they turned off the electricity here. A black untap source? No. They turn off the electricity here because they make something on generators and stuff like this, because almost every buildings here have their own generators, because sometimes it happened that they turn off the electricity from the government. And my second game, when I recorded, I already recorded halfway through, my opponent just decided to concede out of nowhere. This was a little bit annoying, to be honest, not gonna lie. And Paso, let's hope he gonna stay. And our Skyturtle is also here, so let's mill some cards. Like I don't pay anything, right? Yeah. And I like to play like our looter when we have a good 2-drop in the graveyard, because then it's okay. Then we can instantly transform him, and he can be like something like a 4/4 flyer, right? Instantly, or even something bigger or better. Lhurgoyf is good target to transform. This new adventure creature is amazing target to transform, and they're all 2 mana, right? So you play it on 2 for 2, and then you can instantly pay X and transform it in a 2 mana creature value. Zoom. Let's go. Let's go for a little attack. My opponent looks like he has something interesting there, so... Taxi Driver, I'm not really horny to play him right now. And I want to see what my opponent does. Because right now he takes damage. Right, this is all what he does. I'm gonna use my Skyturtle on Lhurgoyf if my opponent runs some sweepers or something else. Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. What are we gonna see? Are you... What are you? Looks like he's Oars of Control, right? And he's playing now for Wandering Emperor. Okay. Because he spent it the whole turn, let's bring Edgar back. And let's attack again for a little bit. I think now I play Looter and keep my Skyturtle open, right? I think I will do that. Because I still can save one of my creatures if my opponent decides to sweep everything. And sure, my friend, go for 2, I don't mind. Okay. Interesting. Wandering Emperor, no? There's nothing that I really wanna... Although, let's see what we draw. Maybe I should have done it before. Another looter can go. So let's go attack, all in. Opponent plays Wandering Emperor. I will bounce the Lhurgoyf from Wandering Emperor, so my opponent don't get 2 life. And I don't get exiled, and I can replay Lhurgoyf for extra value on mill. So this is what's gonna happen. This is what my opponent is trying to do. It's okay. No life for you, no exile, and we can Lhurgoyf. Almost clicked it, almost fat fingered it, and we can Lhurgoyf double the mumble. Still no good 2 creatures in the thing, and I thought about playing Sticky Finger, but sadly Sticky Finger don't synergize with Looter. Because Sticky Finger has a really weird wording, or maybe it's a bug, because it doesn't get the amount of Sticky Finger power on it. It's still a 1/1. Okay, my opponent finally decides to kill it, but he forgets that the looter is a big boy. Especially if I copy it now. So this is why exile is really painful if they would exile it. I'm gonna show it to you now. So we go to looter, say looter for 2. Say Lhurgoyf. Yes. Please. Yeah, and now this is what we get here, right? And I think I don't have enough to activate. Although with you I have enough to activate it. Can I bring a creature in the graveyard somehow? No, right? It's okay. He's okay, my friends, he's okay. We're gonna go... Because we cannot kill him right here, right now. And exile one of you. Opponent will block the cottage with the 3/3. Needs to block, force block. Could not have won it, right? 2 mana. Oh, another go for throat. Sure. What's the decision to make, huh? My opponent Ice Cold holding on this 3/3 is very interesting. Very interesting. It's okay.
Strike fast and strike hard.
It's definitely okay. A shock, okay. Oars of Control, so like a basic, not basic, not, but Oars of Control is very good stuff. Okay, okay. Where have you been a turn earlier? What is the best approach here? Mill myself and play these 2 out, and then chill? I think so, right? Yeah. Let's do that. Crabian, another Lhurgoyf. Play you out for 1, and I can still activate you. Can do for -2 more creatures, right? So, but then it's dead. You can exile something. Do I care? Do you do for plus? Look at the top layer, library, exile one of them. Your hand. Both are annoying. Let's go for the face damage. Let's go for the face, and this is maybe a little bit, if my opponent starts getting a white board, a little bit an annoying state for us, because we don't have much trample or abilities to go through. Likeness Looter can go through in the air, but otherwise I thought first to splash maybe some treasures or maybe some red to go more in, to Grixis colorations, to have this Flink creature, right? It has like an adventure Flink, and then there is a creature that gets +1/+1 counter for each creature that died this turn. But mostly of course for the Flink, right? But then I thought like splashing red just for 1 real big synergy, not really worth it. This is why I went with this play, or with this situation here. Okay? One cannot really attack. There is no creatures from him that is bigger than my 11/11. Let's draw a card. Oh, let's draw a card. Let's get some life. And the Pasto placed an exile control. I can return my looter, right? What do we have there? Urborg. Can return my looter. Decisions. Okay, let's try it. You go on you, and you go on you. So my opponent most likely will put something into the way, because this is the way. It's likely the Edgar. The token. Okay. Okay. Good, then let's return our likeness looter. Let's play him out. And let's not transform him. Maybe he forgets about it, right? Because the 2 mana we always have spared. Question is, does my opponent has a removal spell now for the looter? 2 mana open still. I would have drawn first. Maybe he would draw something like another Wandering Emperor, another removal spell. 2 mana is a little bit scary. Two mana is a little bit scary, not gonna lie.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Don't tell me he has a removal spell. It's okay. If he doesn't have a removal spell, he is dead, right? If he has a removal spell, he's alive. And I'm dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Likeness Looter, 2 mana. The Copenhagener. The Copenhagener. Next. Good game, my friend. Graveyard synergies, I'm telling you. Oh, what a game, huh? Super game for a first game. I think it was first game because I've been recorded before where electricity went out and everything. It's the first game that I finished. Ooh. Did you enjoy this game? I did indeed, my friend. I did. Let's go into the next one. And here we are. I enjoy games that I win. Against Cruel Somnophage. And mana looks good. The curve looks very good, so let's go, let's give it to him. Let's give it to him, baby. Oh. Don't mind me if I do. Next turn, Faerie with the Copenhagener. Lhurgoyf. Cottage is good, but I need something else for Cottage. Oh. My opponent escalating. How dumb am I? I'm sorry. I don't know. Oh, he's milling me. I discard. That was so dumb from me. Okay. This is okay. Play you and then for 2 I cannot counter. Play you, cannot do it. Play you and then I have multiple targets and 1 blue mana. Right, let's try it.
Whoever slays the most Phyrexians, I won't let you fall.
Urborg. Urborg. Now my opponent has something to go through. And also multiple targets, right? Like, I expect that he has a removal spell, yes. But here he has a decision, go for the invasion or go for my Tyvar. This is actually not the worst way to go with. Give me a Blackland game. Blackland, suka. I want a double spell, no? Nothing for blue here. I can play him and keep up the crab, and this is I think what I'm gonna do. The crab is 3 mana channel, counter target ability, or counter target spell ability too. So I can theoretically also, when I kill him and he says, oh, you can play me from the graveyard, I can counter it too. But no, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Jesus. Can I get, please, game, please, 2 mana more? I need a black land, right? Let's go with Tyvar. I feel like Tyvar is here the most value I can get right now.
See what this X-Gold can do. We're in this together.
He gives me a land, or mana, and this is why I wanna take him. Because this will allow me to play out the 10-10 and go for the face damage. 5 damage is not to underestimate. If I draw some bounce spells for the night, I cannot block forever, you know? So those are some big bodies for 4 mana that we put on the board. Another Amok Net, it plays into my synergy actually. And again. Another one. Another one. You see, a little bit lucky, my opponent. But let's make it like this. Let's untap you. Let's play it like this.
I believe in you, friend.
Shoot. He's forced to block 12-12. It's forced to block the 12-12. If he wants it or not. Not really many people cares about that. Let's play the Taxi Driver and the Necro. And if my opponent has now a Sweeper, it will be painful, right? He doesn't. He doesn't have a Sweeper. Most likely cut down in your hand. Cut down this, a 13-13. Cut down to 13-13. Or the 5/5s for 1 mana. Ooh. I got to Platinum. By the way, shortly to Platinum, it's the second game. I think if you are here, you maybe care about it or you're interested. Lately I noticed it doesn't make sense because the ladder is so competitive right now. The variety of decks is really wide. And usually you play against a wide variety of the decks, depends on how Arena decides you to play. So if you should lose some games, you will play against decks that you lose against, and if you should win, you will play against decks that you will most likely win. Or match you up like this. This is not a secret that Arena tries to give you a fair experience, but this leads to games where you just have no chance, or the opponent is obviously countering your deck. But nonetheless, I realized that Diamond and Mythic is not worth it anymore. With Platinum, I'm going super strong, right? I get the same coins, I just get 1 pack less for Diamond and 1 pack less for Mythic. So is a grind of 20-30 hours worth 2 extra packs? I don't think so. This is why I would recommend, if you want to enjoy the game without grinding, of course, if you are a grinder, go for your Mythic, but if you enjoy the game, Platinum is more than you need to reach. There is no more that you need to reach. You will have enough time for other games or for other shenanigans, or maybe build some decks or experience some other things instead of sitting here 3-4 hours a day grinding to your Mythic ranks, where get 2 plaques more, right? Like, let's be serious. And you can call yourself a mythic player. That has nothing to say. It just means that you have more time than somebody else. But nonetheless, this is my opinion right now, because I'm the last year since I have my daughter, I'm really in mythic, right? Before, when I was single, when I didn't have kid, and I had like 3-4 hours a day to play video games, I used to grind like 2-3 hours Magic every day. As a free-to-play account, I reached every season in the first week or maybe 2 the Mythic, and then I start janking. Now I thought, oh yeah, extra 2 packs is cool, and it was always like a little bit in my back head, a little bit also like some sort of motivation. But no, if they give you 30 packs and for Mythic being, or I don't know, then yeah, jerk off like crazy, right? Go in, play your Mythic until Mythic, then yeah, but for 2 extra packs to grind really much, because there is so much decks that can beat you, that you can beat right now, especially because the rotation is slower now. It's not worth it anymore. It's really not worth it. Before you could play like, I don't know, Sultai Ultimatum or something like this, where you know, hey, in 4 days I have my Mythic, doesn't matter how the game decides to put me in. Then you had your Mythic, but right now you can... I have a mono red deck, I will maybe show it one day. It's just an experiment. It's a basic mono red copy deck from internet, but its record is 6 to 38, I think. So I have 6 wins and 38 losses. And not because I'm doing it on purpose, but just because I play jank, right? And I play my mono white to rank somewhere, like to platinum or something. And then my MMR, the game decides, oh, you are super good, we give you another opponent, so you need to lose now. And then after a while, I have some challenges with mono red or something. And then usually I go to this mono red deck. It's super basic, right? The most basic mono red that you can encounter. You go to untap.gg, open mono red aggro, and there is the first deck. That is what I have in my inventory. And yeah, it performs super bad, not because, I mean, also maybe I'm bad in playing mono red, but also because the game puts me against mono white life gain. Then I played against 3-colored walls life gain, right? Walls, like literally for 1 mana, 0/3, 0/4, that I cannot go through with my creatures with mono red, and then they start gaining life until they get a win condition. Like what? I encountered walls deck maybe half a year ago. Now, recently, like few days ago, I played the mono red deck again, and I played against these wall decks. Like, what? So yeah, Arena knows how to put you in a matchup where you are maybe not the favorite to win. But nonetheless, let's go to game 3. And here we are against Victor. Mana going second. Mana is good. Going second is okay. Nope. Yeah, it's okay. Just keep it. He needs time to keep rolling or to get powerful. Let's play the Black Sword so we can play our Dream Theft. Okay. Not cool. Game. Surveil land. I need land. I like land. Faerie Dreamthief is good because at first 1/1 creature that goes into a graveyard fills our synergies. Number 2, Surveil, we can put things into our graveyard if we don't need them. And number 3, if it dies, I have synergies out of the graveyard, right? My opponent is so bored with the game, he says, hey, I'm gonna cut down it. He still has... He still has 2 mana left, I wanted to say, but let's see if he has a counterspell. Could be, right? It's my payoff for graveyard synergy, but he doesn't know that I have the looters. And let's hope I draw my 4th land so I instantly can transform my looters. Otherwise, opponent make disappear on my Lhurgoyf. There goes the land and 2 creatures. That's good. Over the cutdown, a 2-drop. That is a 3/4 and just keeps on getting bigger is always good. It's okay.
Nobody knows
Not a biggie.
shadows like me.
Just give me another land. This is not so cool, but okay. Because my opponent stepped out, we're gonna timer it. Okay, they're going my lands. For 1 mana I have nothing, so let's play Urborg again. Lhurgoyf. I have so many names for different cards, I'm sorry if you are annoyed because of it. But I think everybody has funny names for their beautiful creatures. My opponent has a lot of removal, but next turn... Jesus. Let's play you. Counterspell? Okay. Sure. Mid-0.
You've got this.
Okay. I got this. Thank you. Oh, my opponent is empty. My opponent is empty. Empty in their hand, empty in their head. Okay, then let's go like this. Oh, Jesus, this is a big boy. Yeah, do whatever you want. I'm gonna mill again, right? So I get something else, so Lily cannot just minus me.
Let's have this one. At least my name will
Oh, 3 timers, this is not so nice. Surveil? Because he will force me to kill something. Another land is good. It's good. He will force me to sacrifice. I will sacrifice obviously the fairy. Because since fairy has the surveil synergy, so this is why it's actually good. My opponent has now 1 card left, so plussing is not an option. Minusing will not give him anything. Interesting. Yeah, sure.
Off you go.
Ah yeah, draw card. Resolve. Next to your face, my friend. How about that? Block. 11 damage. Yeah. Likeness Looter attack. I think this is a GG next turn, right? If you don't have interaction for Likeness Looter. Jace. And you wanna mill me?
I'll take note of all your failures.
Look at him. Oh, even if you have a cut down, you're still dead, I think. 2 cut downs will make it though. Ooh, he has it, my friends. 1 more? Okay. For 2? Lhurgoyf. Not to pay. Then, can I? No. I can make it 16-16. Actually not bad, right? Actually not bad. I like it. I have 31 land, I don't... I have 31 cards, I don't need to be super worried right now. And for 1 mana, why are you lightening up? Ah, for the dreamy creature. Okay, okay, Victor. Dimir control mill. Okay, Victor, interesting. This game just got more interesting. So, a tap land, I attack. Who knows what happens next?
Plans are beyond your comprehension.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Let's go, let's see. Let's see what he hid there with Hijitsu. I mean, it was obvious for him, he needs to know, right? To my face. Painful, not gonna lie. He can mill me now. No, no. He has Jace on 4. 4 3 times is 12 cards. Choose wisely, my friend. Again, another good game against Victor. Okay. Okay. I'm dead, right? Yeah. I am dead. This is how it can go. Should we check what we draw next? Because it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It was a very close one. Very close one. Nonetheless, I think you understood how this deck works and what this deck maybe needs. Oh, it was, by the way, the second game. Did I enjoy this game? Because I lost. No. I enjoyed it. It was good. Yeah. You understood how this deck works? It is fun. I think if we get maybe something, I didn't check all the spoilers for Exelon, obviously, and today is the Exelon event, early access event, so I'm gonna see there. Maybe there are some amazing additions that give our creatures trample without splashing red or without playing in red. I think this deck would be also possible in Grixis colors, but then we will miss out on creatures like the 2 mana drop that mills cards and the adventure card, right? And this super big and great synergy with know what I'm talking about. We will miss out on Tyvar. We will miss out on Tyvar, obviously. Because Grixis, we can play black, we can play blue, we can play red. So maybe it's worth to try to build it in Grixis. I will try it for you. I will try to make it in Grixis, and there we have some access to creature that gives trample, to possibilities that go trample, but also to creatures that can fling our big creatures into opponent's face, right? And this is maybe also some fun interaction. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you like it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao.